I just turned on live stream and I already see 22 people. It's amazing. It's amazing. Hi Dolores, hi Fran. Welcome to Kyiv. These are the words that I was dreaming to tell you. Wow, I'm so excited. Hi Julie, hi Trisha, hi Christine, hi. I've read your kind messages after I made a post on Facebook that we're going to stream live from the center of Kyiv, and it's incredible that we can do that. The sun is shining. It's being a little bit rainy today, but the rain is over, and like I'm here. The eyes are sparkling, and today we're going to dive into the stories of the city that is still standing for 1,500 years. It's incredible because this is really the city where you can feel that it didn't bend and it didn't surrender. I'm so grateful for the people who are now fighting on our borders, so we can walk here under Ukrainian flags, and I'm super excited to tell you once again that I am a tour guide in Kyiv, and one day I'm waiting to all of you here personally to walk and show you the eyes of the people who were fighting for the freedom, for the democracy, for the right to live their own lives. This is going to be the live stream right from, not just from my favorite city, but also from my heart. It's been, the time when I'm excited to be back home, but also I feel so crumbled, so humble, and I could say even humiliated because of my personal situation and problems. And I have a mixture of emotions, absolutely different emotions. So get ready to hear not just about the stories of Kyiv, but also of my personal stories. So it's time to begin. The music is playing so loudly, but I will not come because like the YouTube might block the music when it's not licensed. So let's begin. Guys, hello, welcome to Kyiv. Welcome to Kyiv. Welcome to Kyiv. I've been telling you this so many times before the war. I've been starting this tour so many times during the COVID era, and now I'm here again, and it's just an incredible feeling to welcome you all in the city where I'm a tour guide, a citizen, and I think that every Ukrainian is now so proud to be a Ukrainian and to tell the people the name of our country. So let's go, and sometimes you will see me, like I will be flipping the screen, you will see my face, and please just ask your questions and be interactive in the chat. This is free walk, free tour, but if you want to support me, under my video, in this description to the video, I left the PayPal account and the Buy Me Coffee, and I'm super grateful to those of you who are supporting me during the war and during this devastating times in my personal life. It's incredible to be in Kyiv. Welcome. I'm flipping the screen and we will go. So we are... Why it's not flipping? Why it's not flipping? Here, the sun was shining. You see, this is the Golden Gate, the triumphal entrance to the city, and it's so beautiful when it is kind of sunny and just so fresh. There is a lot of trees. Can you feel it? Like beneath our feet, all around us is the history of the city that is standing for over 1,500 years. A city that was bigger than London in the 11th century. And the Moscow didn't exist then. And this is the Golden Gate, the original one. undefeated one, because this gate has never been defeated or conquered, and it's really a symbol. It's not just the monument, the real golden gate, the vestiges of the old gates that were built in the 11th century by Yaroslav the Wise in 1024 are hidden in this pavilion. And it's not a monument, it's the symbol of power, of faith, of undefeated spirit of Ukraine. And Kyiv was the center of the Kievan Rus. Kyiv Rus, it was the medieval state, and like any powerful city, it needed protection. So this was the triumphal entrance, and to the both sides of that triumphal entrance were the different defensive gates, defensive complex. It's called somehow the key from Kyiv. It's the new art objects. I haven't seen it before, and it's full of different small keys. Let's go and look at the muzzles of the lions. And this is the most magnificent and grand entrance to the city. And it survived the Mongol invasion, because when the Mongols came here, they investigated the gate and they didn't conquer it. There were 3 entrances to the city of Kyiv: Polish Gate, Golden Gate, and Jewish Gate. And Mongols in the 1240 found another entrance to the city. So it's still standing, and it witnessed the kings, the invasions, the ruins, the Soviet reconstruction. What you see now is the Soviet reconstruction of the 1980s. Inside this pavilion are the real gates, the old stones. And it was built in 1024, around 24, by Prince Yaroslav the Wise. And he is just hidden behind this kind of makeshift sarcophagus. And this beautiful man is playing to you a hymn to Kyiv. It's a symbolic music, a hymn to Kyiv. Як тебе не любити, Києве мій? How not to love you, my Kyiv? So behind this scaffolding is the monument to Yaroslav the Wise, who built Golden Gate and Sophia Cathedral. That was the military defense, that was the triumphal entrance, and it has seen foreign ambassadors, victorious armies. Everyone entered through here. Kyiv was founded more than 1,500 years ago on the hill where we are standing now. And the hill was above Dnieper River, just like any other great European cities. It began just as the settlement that was fortified by the defensive walls and the gate. At first, Prince Vladimir, who baptized Kievan Rus, started it all. And then the real change to the Kyiv's grandeur was made by his son, Yaroslav the Wise. Kyiv was growing, and soon there were 2 kind of separate cities with the walls. The city of Vladimir, his son Yaroslav, and his grandson Iziaslav. This is how the city was formed. So royals lived on the hill where we are now, and we will be exploring today this royal hill, the ancient Kyiv, where the princes lived. And the commoners, the merchants, they were living down near the river. And when the danger came, everyone was running here to the hill to hide behind the walls. Yes, exactly. And this, it's so thematic, it's so incredible that when I'm welcoming you to Kyiv, the hymn, the music, the symbolic music of Kyiv is playing for you. It's just like the miracles are still happening on my tours. And I love that so much when the puzzle is becoming complete. I hope that the puzzle of my personal life will become also healed and complete. I don't know why, but the air, the ground, I don't know, the soil, all the corners of this city is giving the power to me. And I even feel that I look a little bit different when I'm streaming from another places. So it's It's really special feeling to come back to the place where you belong. Okay, you have seen enough of me. Let's concentrate on Golden Gate, and I want to show you the symbol, another symbol of Kyiv, the Termen fountains. They are very famous. There were 7 of them. So about the Golden Gate. So it was a triumphal entrance, and Yaroslav the Wise built it because he was dreaming about Constantinople. Like, he wanted to make his city as grandiose as Constantinople, and in Constantinople there was Golden Gate. So he gave this name similar to the name of Golden Gate in Constantinople, and on the top he placed the Church of Annunciation. You can see now just the cross of that church. And then he, like Prince Yaroslav the Wise, he was supposed to be a ruler and a very famous ruler. Physically he was lame, and he wasn't even the eldest son of Prince Vladimir, but he had, I could say, vision, and he was very stubborn. So he built what he made, Prince Yaroslav. He built these fortifications that made the city of Kyiv 10 times bigger. He defeated Pechenegs. They were the kind of the tribes that were making these brutal raids to the city. He constructed Golden Gate, Saint Sophia Cathedral, and he translated. He also wrote Russian Truth. That was the earliest law codes. And of course he was a great diplomat, because all his 3 daughters became queens. The Queen of Norway, the Queen of Hungary, and the youngest married King Henry I, the King of France. Her name is Princess Anna, and she is a very, very famous princess because she gave birth to the French monarchs. I'm so glad to greet my 55 friends, and we are going to see now Saint Sophia Cathedral. So this beautiful street, which is called Vladimirskaya Street, is now blocked for the shooting, filming, and the making pictures. That is why I cannot go over there, because there are the governmental buildings and it's absolutely prohibited to film there. So we will use another small street to get to Saint Sophia Cathedral, and I will be talking to you and tell you about Yaroslav the Wise and about myself. So in the 13th century, Mongol Tatars came to Kyiv, and they really devastated the city. There were about 50,000 people living in the 13th century. It was one of the biggest cities in Europe. And then just 2,000 were left, so the Kyiv was really burnt and devastated. But this gate, Golden Gate, wasn't conquered, and then it was buried under the layers of earth until the 19th century, and then it was kind of excavated. It was found again in the 19th century, and the remaining wall was very fragile, so they supported it by metal, and later when the Soviet era, during the Soviet era, they built this sarcophagus above it. So inside you will see the real vestiges, the real grey walls. You can go inside, it looks like a museum, and the beautiful observation platform with the Church of Annunciation on the top of Golden Gate. So it's not just the gate, it's the symbol of Ukraine, because it is powerful, it is beautiful, it is complicated, it is wise, and it is, of course, undefeated. Let's look at the balconies where the people live. They also are very beautiful cafes. Now we are going to dive into just the ordinary life, how it's happening. You cannot notice the traces of war. I mean, when there are no air raid alerts, you can spot a lot of military stuff. People are wearing uniforms. People without, like, a lot of people really returned from the war and are missing limbs. It's visible, you know, they are visible, and you can see the cupola of St. Sophia Cathedral already. So that was the plan of Yaroslav the Wise, to build them like on the opposite side, and so people can enter the city and then just dive into this incredible beauty of the iron-shaped domes that are shining in the sky. People. So what I noticed here? I will just show you my face for a few moments. Usually the Russians are taking the city at night. Like now it's 7 p.m. and we already received the signal on Telegram channels that it's going to be a difficult night because Shaheds are already flying. It will take some time until they reach Ukraine and our borders, but we'll already know that their launchers were made. When the night is really difficult, people are so kind of resilient, and they are not panicking anymore as it was in the first, I could say, months of war. They're just living their life. Everything is working. The hospitals, the banks. People just exchange these emotions, like, how did you survive this night? I was in metro, I was somewhere else. But it's something incredible, because I think that Putin is making these attacks to make people, to make Ukrainians feel like there is no choice. They will be kind of suffering, they will be devastated, they will not have the power and enough strength to live their lives, but it's not happening. And I really noticed that shift, because when I was here 2 years ago, people were more sensitive. Now it's like, it's okay, it's just, we accepted the reality, and we are continuing to live like this. So I think that Putin is not getting what he wants. So people are really continuing to function as, I couldn't say as usual, because they're very tired. Everyone is very tired. When you're not sleeping, you're tired. It's natural. But still, it's something different happened. There was a mind shift. There was the shift in the minds of the ordinary people, because it's like we're living in that, and there is no way to change that. People accept it, continue to live, to fight, because there is no way. So let me show you. Yes, I look radiant. Thank you that you notice that. It's, by the way, the fancy monument of the Cossack. He is riding a horse. He is without saddle, and it's interesting. Can you see? There are even the tours. This is the Ukrainian tour, and the people are traveling, and so everything is functioning. Even there are tours, and today I heard a lot of English language. I was so glad that a lot of people are coming. Probably they are coming for work, but in the churches, I saw that there are foreigners and they are coming. I'm so happy that you can feel my emotions and my love, and of course this tour is going to be very, very sensitive and emotional. It's incredible that even during the war, the life is here, and we always think like, how can we, what is happening when there is war? Life is happening, people continue to do what they are doing. So let's go and unfold the soul of the entire civilization. We are going to St. Sophia Cathedral. It was built with the stones, but there are not so many stones on these lands. So when Yaroslav the Wise decided to build the grand project of St. Sophia Cathedral, he made a new text. So he made a new text. Everyone who was coming was supposed to bring the stones on the carts. And it's not just the stones. I mean, the St. Sophia Cathedral and the Golden Gate, it's the history, it's who we are. Because these two landmarks, they show the beating heart and beating soul of the city. This cathedral, that is just, you can see the cupola of it. It survived everything, and it is waiting for you to come after this war, when you will be walking with me through these sacred streets. So this church survived Mongol invasions, but last week during this massive attack it was a little bit damaged. The part of the wall crumbled, and that is a very bad situation, because the wall is some kind of 9th, 10th century, and of course like all the newspapers and sources were writing about that even St. Sophia Cathedral was ruined, not ruined, like I cannot say that it was kind of ruined, but it was damaged. Putin is so proud of his kind of this connection with Kyiv Rus, and still he's trying to ruin these incredible landmarks. Yes. No, я знаю, що я обійшла ту вулицю, я тут не йшла по Володимирській, ось моє удостовірення, і в мене є ще і паспорт, я проводжу екскурсії. І я обійшла, я не йшла по Володимирській, я ж обійшла по Золотоворицькій. Це YouTube. Ні, це не зйомка, Бачите, hello, Claire. Я ж не йшла по Володимирській.
Я розумію, просто
я йшла
на
по іншій.
зйомку не попали наші пости там.
Ні, я ж пішла через Козака, і Козака показую, і там була екскурсія з Чернівців.
Ви сюди спустилися, чи ви могли б крутитися?
Ні, я не крутилася, я ж хліб показувала, я ж там йшла, там хлібний кіосок. Я ж знаю про це.
Добре, дивіться трошки.
Так, тут же немає. Через Золотоворицьку можна ходити?
Я розумію. Дивіться, просто ви спускаєтесь сюди до Завертайла.
Так.
Там через дорогу пост відразу.
Ні, я ж через кафе прийшла. Ні, я прийшла через кафе. Я навіть до поліцейської машини не підходила, щоб не підходити близько до дороги.
Розумію.
Я пішла через кафе. А дивіться, куди в мене. Це ж бачите, я зараз так, а в мене отак. І я показую кафе. У мене вже був опит з вами в прошлому році, я знаю.
Просто
це нормально.
Ви з камерою йдете.
Я знаю, що мене...
Хто ж знає, що ви знаєте?
Знаю.
Куди ви повернете?
Все є.
Що ви знімете? Це
Дякую.
люба людина.
Ну так, а як мені ходити?
Просто намагатися там на тому вуглу.
То так, де кафе? Я ж його проходжу прямо в кафе, аж чуть не в кафе заходжу, щоб вже сюди не підходити до дороги.
Розумію, просто коли ви йдете і знімаєте, то до вас по-любому підійдуть. Тобто на цьому вуглі, де біля кафе,
то як мені уйдіти?
Теж на стовпчику є табличка відразу, щоб зйомка забирала.
Ні, я туди не піду до того стовпчика, я знаю той стовпчик, я прямо під кафе йду. Я не йду до стовпчика, я знаю стовпчик.
3 метри, ви думаєте, що це велика різниця?
Я не знаю, як мені обходити.
Просто
ще буде на екскурсія.
Намагайтесь там якось пробігати чи що.
Добре.
Тому що до вас по-любому підійдуть.
Вже до нас підходили. Гарного дня. This is what is happening in Ukraine. I was stopped by the security service. I know that it's not possible to film over there, but I was saying like I have a license and I have passport, and yes, I don't know how to skip that. So it's absolutely forbidden to film in that area because there are governmental buildings, and of course, like they might be under some kind of attack, and this gimbal, stabilizer, it's very visible. Ukrainian experience, raw, unedited. You have seen that. You have seen that. You've been with me through everything. You remember the beginning of the war. And you remember how we were also running in that city where my granny used to live here. And yes, the grumpy monk, actually. Yes, I have the badge. It's in English, in Ukrainian, and I have the passport. So here I have all the papers and documents that I need to have with me. Okay, he was a nice guy and no questions. So we are going to see St. Sophia Cathedral, the bell tower. Yes, he let me go in this. He let me go because, I don't know, like, he let me go. Because I could speak Ukrainian to him. So let's concentrate on something beautiful, but still it's a valuable addition to our real experience. Behind me is one of the most beautiful places that I like to show on my tours. This is the magnificent bell tower. It was built in the 1705, so it is the beginning of the 18th century. And some people think that this is St. Sophia Cathedral. No, it's behind them, behind the walls. You can see those. So this is the beautiful square. Beautiful square. And the bell tower, incredible bell tower, 4 tiers. It's high, 76 meters, like 10 giraffes if you put them on top of each other. And the cupolas of St. Sophia Cathedral are over there in the courtyard. On the second tier there is the biggest bell in Ukraine, bell Mazepa, and Mazepa was the commander of the Cossacks army. That is why he reconstructed like this complex, the St. Sophia Cathedral, and it wasn't just the church. Again, it was the answer of Prince Yaroslav to Constantinople. He named St. Sophia as the tribute of that great Sophia in Constantinople, Hagia, as a tribute to Hagia Sophia. Saint Sophia means holy wisdom. So he was like saying to all people, like, we are here, we are powerful, and we are divine. That was the idea of Yaroslav the Wise, to tell about Kiev to the world. It has a lot of frescoes and mosaics inside, and they are all original. So it has the biggest collection of the 11th century mosaics. And it's really preserved through everything, through invasions and revolutions. Inside it has the famous Aranta, the Virgin Mary, and the Virgin Mary is spreading her arms, and there is a saying, a legend, and all the people are saying, like, if until Aranta is staying, Kyiv is standing. It's the huge mosaic. It's 6 meters tall, and it's called indestructible wall. So it's like a shield of spirit for the people of Kyiv, because it is believed that until Aranta is standing, Kyiv is standing. Let's look at the molding. It's called Ukrainian Baroque. So cathedral was born in the 11th century, about 1012, but it was finished in 1017. I couldn't say that it froze in time, because it was like the beautiful lady. It was always changing her clothes, and now it's at first it was Byzantine version. So the version that I showed you here, this is the Byzantine version, like it's how Sophia looked when it was built. And then it was changed into the Ukrainian Baroque style. That happened in the 17th century. So it really blossomed like the beautiful flower. And when travelers were coming, it was really this this place was stealing the hearts of the travelers. We are not going to go inside today. Probably I will make a YouTube video and you will see the frescoes and the Aranta indestructible wall. So it's really a survivor, and it's a silent witness of all Ukrainian history. When the Mongols came, they saw that Mother of God, that Aranta, is like looking at them like from every corner of the cathedral. So who conquered Kyiv? The son of Chinggis Khan, his name was Batый Khan. He came here and he was standing right in front of that Aranta. Probably it's kind of a legend that they felt like Aranta is looking straight into his eyes, and they didn't ruin this beautiful cathedral. Later, the Soviets wanted to blow it up just as they blew up the St. Michael's Cathedral, but the French authorities they interfered because, as I told you before, Princess Anna was the mother of French kings. She was the wife of Henry I, and Princess Anna was the daughter of Yaroslav the Wise. She was born here, she lived here. That is why the French government interfered, and they just told Soviets not to blow up the Sophia Cathedral because it could be the international scandal. And they listened, and that is why it's still standing. But Russians managed to reach it a couple of days ago, and the part of the wall crumbled. So it's really unique moment when you can see that incredible place live, Kyiv live. So in front of you can see the great monument of Bogdan Khmelnytsky. He was the hetman, again the commander of the Cossacks army. It's covered with the scaffolding, and even it's standing for 3 years, so the ivy began to grow on that scaffolding. Let's look from that side to this beautiful complex. It was the political heart of Kievan Rus, because the coronations were happening here, the international agreements were signed. Yaroslav the Wise had his great library with the precious books. This is an interesting historical fact that when Princess Anna came to France, she signed the marriage kind of agreement, the fact that they got married, and she wrote Anna Regina, which means Princess Anna, Queen Anna. But her husband, Henry I, just put a cross. And also she brought the famous Rain Testament, this Bible on which all the French kings are saying their oath. So this is really incredible place of power, of knowledge that Yaroslav the Wise created on that lands. What does that mean? The cathedral is a symbol of Ukraine, damaged but still standing. Yes, exactly. But it's painful every time this kind of attacks are happening. People are thinking like, how it's standing for more than 1,000 years. So how could they ruin that beauty and that heritage? The street view. Let me show you the street view. In front of ours is St. Michael's Cathedral. I will show you everything today. We will even go to Maidan, to Independence Square. Probably the tour will be a little bit longer than usual, probably, I don't know, for 10 or 15 minutes, but you will see it all. Thank you so much for your coffees. Thank you so much for your PayPal donations. They are very, very, very timely, I could say. The complex of St. Sophia Cathedral was changed from the Baroque style into this Ukrainian, from the Byzantine style into the Baroque style in the 17th century, and it was built with a plinth. Plinth is this prototype of the bricks flat, thin bricks. It's very important because they used that old technique. So it's changed from outside, but inside it's still authentic, it's still sacred. And Aranta is also standing there. So we explored with you the crown jewel, Sophia Cathedral, with the magnificent bell tower. And now we are running to St. Michael's Monastery. It's the active monastery, and it's also the beautiful blue church. It's strikingly blue. It's important because when the war started, the church that I'm going to show you today, the war started not in 2022, but in 2014, because it started with the Revolution of Dignity, when our President Yanukovych fled to Russia. So these riots, they were happening on Independence Square, and the people who were, and as you probably remember, Yanukovych, our president, ordered to kill the protesters, and 100 people were killed just on the street. So the first people who heard the shooting, who were damaged, who were wounded, they found their shelter in St. Michael's Cathedral. The first people died there because the bodies were brought, and the priests, they were just praying there. The first surgeries were done. So it's not just the church, it's the symbol of the beginning of the war. And also it has the bells. And the bells were silent on St. Michael's Cathedral since the Mongol invasion, since the 13th century. But when the war started in 2014, the bells were ringing for the whole night. And a lot of people came to the streets, and a lot of people came to protect the freedom. So let me show you that shiny cupolas of St. Michael. It's not just the ancient church, it's the symbol of the beginning of this war. And it's very touching to talk about that, because we could never expect that such a brutal war might happen in Europe, and we couldn't believe that the president could order to kill its citizens. So it's a tough chapter of our history. The war is still here, but my heart is really full of hope that one day it will be over, and you will come and see Kyiv as the city of everything, the city of contrast. You will see here holiness because there are a lot of churches. You will see here cruelty because a lot of people were killed during this war, and so many lives were lost, and family lives were shattered, and the kids changed a lot. It's the city of glory, the city of destruction. So everything is mixed together. And we will now see St. Michael's Monastery and Cathedral as the church that really captures the spirit of the city, because it is very, very bright. We will wait for 10 seconds. This monastery was kind of a rival to Kyiv-Pechersk Lavra, because there were two main spiritual centers. Kyiv-Pechersk Lavra is cave monastery, where in the caves the bodies of the monks are preserved, and St. Michael's. So people were coming here because there was the relics of St. Barbara, and they are still kept not here but in other cathedral, but still people were coming to see that relics. And it was founded in the 12th century by Prince Svyatopolk. It's important that this was the first temple in Kyiv, crowned with these gold-covered domes. Sometimes Kyiv is called the city of golden cupolas, of this onion-shaped golden cupolas. So this is the first that was covered by gold, and it's still covered by that gold. Here you can see the word freedom. You can see here Princess Olga. Princess Olga with Andrew and Methodius, Kirill and Methodius, and Apostle Andrew. He predicted that city of Kyiv will be founded here. And can you see that Princess Olga is holding the cloak? So she is wearing kind of a robe or a cloak, and she's holding it. And it's a secret because back then it wasn't allowed by the Soviets. This isn't the Soviet monument, but it was standing like here. It's a replica because the original one was ruined, and it's like she's holding the rope. So the sculptor hid the sword. The idea is that she's holding a sword to fight just below her cloak. Nobody knows about that. She's holding something, but she is holding a sword because she's ready to fight. Prince Olga had a wonderful story. One day I will tell you about her. Let's have a look at these damaged tanks. That is the this is the kind of amusing thing. The people are climbing on it, on them. Kids are making pictures. Symbol of war, symbol of destruction, and it gives people the sense that we can fight, we can stand, we can be proud of our army. So let's go to. Thank you, Natalie. Thank you for the compliment. And you know, it's true, especially now when I have this awful like things, this divorce that I'm going through in my life, the fact that my husband cheated on me for more than a year, living with another woman in our apartment, and I even didn't know about that. And more facts are appearing, and I really felt that connection with Princess Olga. So she never complained. She just sent the pigeons with them. So when she wanted to just devastate the whole city, she found the pigeons, and the fire was kind of she attached the fire on their feet, and the pigeons just landed on this village, and the village was burnt. She was a wise woman, very straightforward, very brave. So I hope that I will just. I was praying today in this cathedral for half an hour, and I really feel that I can have this power even from praying, and even from Princess Olga. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, it's awful what is really happening in my life. So the war is brutal. The war is brutal, and you can see it in this military stuff. But also, it is brutal because a lot of lives are just ruined, and family lives as well. But the story is quite powerful, the story of this cathedral, because it was blown by Soviets. The Soviets came here and they wanted to make a grandiose governmental building. Like they wanted to have two identical buildings, like this one and this one. So they ruined the original St. Michael's Monastery in 1936, and they just built one great building, but they didn't have time to build another one, and this place was empty. And when Ukraine got its independence, we decided to rebuild this church, as the phoenix. So even today, when the bombs are falling on our heads, we remember that these golden domes are reminding us about their protection, and it reminds us that we are protected by God. You see the beautiful gentleman is playing interesting musical instrument. I will go in the courtyard. I don't think that the monastery is still open, but I see that the gate is open, so we will go inside. The cathedral has white walls with a lot of blue color, white and blue. It's a very powerful place because it was a hill that was sacred for the ancient people, for the ancient kind of pagans who lived here, and it was a temple of Perun here, the god of thunder and lightning. So it's like the Slavic version of Zeus. The locals believed that it's inhabited by the evil spirits. It's creepy, but Prince Svetopolk, he was the grandson of Prince Yaroslav, decided to build this church. Thank you so much for all your compliments. Look at this beauty. And you see these clouds. The clouds are dark, so it's a little bit sinister. The symbol of Kyiv are chestnuts. And here you have everything, the chestnuts, the dramatic sky, and incredible St. Michael's. So this church, the original church, was built in 1108, but then it was ruined by Soviets, as I told you. And really it's a symbol of armor. It has the name of Saint Michael, and Saint Michael is the patron saint of Kyiv, and it's everywhere on all coat of arms. It's really stunning, beautiful and stunning. It's a masterpiece. It was built by Byzantine architects, and when it was built, it has the bright molding, so not like on St. Sophia Cathedral, white moldings on the turquoise background, but this cathedral had colorful moldings, and it was dazzling with marble, with mosaics, and with the golden cupolas. The mosaics were called flickering because they were flickering on the sun. When they blew the church, they took some of the mosaics to Moscow, to Tretiakov Gallery, but some of the mosaics were returned, and now they are in St. Sophia Cathedral, and a few mosaics are here when you go inside. I'm not sure if... guys, I will probably try to go inside and show you how it looks like inside, but please let me know in the comments if the connection is really poor, because I don't see on your part. We will go inside now, inside the main church of this monastery, St. Michael's Cathedral. Let's go until it's open, okay? But let me know if it's not good, and I will just go to the street. I will not be talking there, really. This is the active church. A lot of people are praying. You can see St. Michael on the top. St. Michael. Very sadly, the Soviets didn't see any value, and they just wanted to demolish, to blow up a lot of churches, and it was one of the most important ones that was lost in Ukraine. It's amazing inside. It's just amazing. The icons, the decorations, image of Saint Barbara here, because this is the chapter here, and she is the protector of the good marriage. If you come to this church and to St. Sophia Cathedral, you can compare the old Byzantine buffering. Okay, I will go. Good reception, but some people are saying that it is buffering. So I will just go. Okay now? Okay. So inside St. Sophia Cathedral you will see old, really old kind of frescoes, Byzantine style, but here it's new. The iconostasis is made from the wood and then covered with this liquid gold. Now, when the soldiers are losing their lives, there are a lot of servicers that kind of the funeral services here. We can see them on our TV because sometimes very famous people in Ukraine are dying in this war, and these services are happening in St. Michael's. It's really shining in blue and white. St. Sophia Cathedral is a little bit kind of green and white, and this blue and white. Of course, there are walls, and there are three parts of the church. So when I'm going too deep inside, the connectivity is not good, of course. One building survived, and you can see it in front of you. It's called a refectory, and it has this shingles, I think, like the roof is authentic. So this building, they didn't blow up, and it's still standing. Refectory, it's a place where the monks are eating or were eating. When we rebuilt it, we also covered the cupolas with this liquid gold to make it look like it was in the 12th century. It was built after Ukraine got its independence, and really a lot of precious work have been done here. This is Apostle Andrew. He was prophesying that the great city will arise here. So he was traveling through this lands, and he was standing on the hill and saying, "I see the city and the glory of this, and the great city with a lot of churches will rise here." So it's really amazing place, and inside it is breathtaking, absolutely breathtaking. Around the monastery, it's a lovely park. You can see already these beautiful trees and bushes. It's the beautiful public park, and actually it was the only park in Kyiv that was free for the people. During that era when Ukraine was a part of Russian Empire, all other parks were for money. Yes, I tried to go inside. Even if it's not perfect, it's still better than not to go inside. Even having a glimpse of their beauty is wonderful. Let me show you the old Byzantine wall. So it's here, and it shows you what is plinth. Do you remember we have seen with you Golden Gate and St. Sophia Cathedral? So everything was built in this way, when this is the thin plinth, and it was mixed with the big stones. So that is how the architecture was built here, was created here in the early 12th century. Really, the Kyiv can be called the city of golden domes, of ancient streets, but there are a lot of cupolas. Today is a wonderful day just to walk and to reflect and to pray, especially in my situation. So let's go outside, and I don't know, guys, if you don't have time, of course you can go, but I decided today to take you to Maidan, Nezalezhnosti, to Independence Square, and to show you the city center as well, because I didn't plan a lot of tours, just 3 tours this week in Kyiv, and I want to show you as much as possible. There is the big field of flags, kind of the makeshift memorial where people are coming and putting these flags when someone dies in their family. So I will show you that growing field of flags. Let's have a last glimpse, and we will go to kind of a new part of the city. So we now explored with you the ancient Kyiv, and the place where I am taking you now was the marsh of goats. Like there was the forest where the princes were hunting, and it wasn't inhabited. There were a lot of like mesh and a lot of trees and bushes, but in the 18th, 19th century, it was formed as the city. But during the Soviet era, Kreshchatyk Street and Independence Square was the main center of so-called Stalin Empire style. And today I'm going to show you this incredible style as well. We are going to Maidan. It will take us about 5 minutes. Let me show you again St. Michael's Square. And this tour is really powerful, emotional, because it is happening in the middle of the war. Really, I want you to come and see the eyes of the people. You really need to come and see the eyes of the people who are surviving through all of this. I think that Ukrainians are becoming like a really unique nation, because we have seen and felt that. It's tragical, but also it changes people a lot. It changes kids. They are becoming more kind of sensitive to everything. Their hearts are kinder. But also we lose the best part of our generation. Sometimes we're like, I think the people who learned like for 10 years or more to become professionals, now they lost their lives, and we have to raise the new generation of doctors, journalists, I don't know, people of all walks of life are now fighting. And like the famous opera singer was killed last week. Whenever I see those like messages about when very important people were lost, it really breaks my heart, because we cannot have like new people, new professionals very quickly. It takes time for the people to learn. Here you can see how the city looks like. You see it's not Prague. So I can see the difference. In Prague there are a lot of buildings that are very like polished and brightly colored. Here you can see this 20th century architecture with a little bit old walls, not reconstructed. So this is how the real Kyiv looks like, unfiltered, I can tell to you, unfiltered. But still you can feel that you are walking in the old city center, because the buildings are not high here. They are like low, about 5 floors, not more. And we have already almost came to the heart of political life, to Maidan or Independence Square. It's a beautiful city, and it's absolutely different. It's diverse. You can see a lot of things here, but also the food is great. When you're coming to Kyiv, we are very proud of our borscht and vareniki and sour cream. Smetana, we put a lot of sour cream everywhere. I would like to share with you what I bought when I just came. I bought herring because I was missing that in Prague. There is no herring, and here it's just perfect. And I also bought the Russian kind of fancy cakes with cream. Now it's local time is 8 p.m. and the cafes are working. The drones are somewhere approaching the city but haven't arrived yet, so there is no siren right now. Hopefully I will get home before the drones arrive. Let me show you more of Kyiv. We are coming to Krishchatik, and it's the main street of the capital, and it's called the Crossroad because 7 streets meet there. So Krishchatik in Ukrainian means crossroad. Herring is just like here in the Netherlands, but it's not possible to find good herring in Czech Republic. It's really not tasty there. It's absolutely awful. Where is your home? So, dear Dyla, my home is at my home. My son is really very nervous about my husband and his mistress, so she's not living now in my apartment, and we are living with my son and still with my husband who is over there. But you know what I discovered? I just discovered, and it was so awful, that this December, when the Christmas was like just before Christmas, he didn't give us anything, like not a penny, absolutely. 2, 3 kids and me, nothing, not for the Christmas presents, not for just for the month, for the food, for anything. And I found a lot of pictures where he was taking his mistress to Strasbourg, Amsterdam, Athens, and Valencia. So he didn't give anything, absolutely anything, for Christmas and just for food to his kids, but took his mistress for the voyage all over Europe. And it's more devastated me. Sometimes you are thinking how you can live with such kind of person. There is a curfew, Dolores, but it's not as strict as before. So the standard curfew is now from midnight till 5 a.m., which means like you are not allowed to be outside. And if you're like outside, you should have a solid reason why you are there. So sometimes you're living in like now I'm asking myself, how can I just live with that person? By the way, today is 22 years of the anniversary of my marriage. So symbolic, you know. Everything is so symbolic. But I have you, and I was waiting for our meeting because really you are my family now, and you are my source of strength, power, and hope for future. Oh, just a second, guys. I will. It's just 15. Okay. So the telephone is 15%, but it's okay. Well, it's enough. So look at Maidan. You're standing, like Julie is standing. It's a loud word for me now. It looks like, but still, yes, I'm still standing. Still standing. The cupolas of the shopping mall St. Michael's on the Polish gates. You remember Golden Gate? And it was another entrance. Polish gates. The column, it's called Independence Column, with a huge lady. It's called kind of protector. Her Ukrainian name is Bereginya, which means the protector. that. Guys, now I will have to use the underground passage to take you to another side. So probably, I'm not sure. Probably it will be a little bit kind of not a connection. The connection might not be perfect inside the passage. Going to stay for a while and still we're leaving. We don't have another place to live. That is why we're not going anywhere. I don't have choice, but it's very difficult psychologically to understand, and in my mind I have just questions why, and why, like the only one question, why. So once it was the place where goats were raised and where the goats were walking, because it was called the marsh of goats. And it was here that Batı Khan entered the city, like through this gate. You can see the yellow gate. I will keep you posted, because this personal drama is like, I'm really alone. And I'm sorry, probably I'm telling you too much, and some of you are thinking like, why does the tour guide is telling about your personal life? But I think these are just the people who are coming to Ukraine, to the president, to the government, for the honors, and that is why it's just the symbolic place where the people put the flags with the names of the fallen soldiers, but there are more and more names, of course. It's also, I was thinking about that I'm sharing that with you. It's a part of war. It's a part of what is happening with the personal life, with the families. I think it would never happen without the war. So some problems, they could be decided, resolved and solved. But this story, my personal story, is a part of this Ukrainian war. How I lost my family. I'm sure that I lost it forever. And the children lost the dad, lost because he's not interested in them anymore. Absolutely. He's just taking his mistresses to the European destinations and not giving a coin for Christmas for his kids. So it's incredible how this could be done. And so my personal story is a part of this war. That is why you can see it through my eyes. Yes, and friend, there is another reason that you are writing. I'm here, we have this very closed community where I don't have millions of subscribers, so I am safe to tell you the truth. So let me show you that monument. It's the Independence Column. It's very big, 62 meters. Those are the founders of Kyiv. We will not go to them today. Kyiv was founded by three brothers, Sophia Cathedral and their sister Libid, and the city was named after the elder brother Kyiv. So when I was here 2 years ago, it was just the beginning of this story, and now there are a lot of flags, and they are not all of them are Ukrainian. You will see here a lot of Canadian, American flags. You see people are bringing portraits. So here you can see the scope of the tragedy of the nation. People are crying. I will not be filming this, but the lady was just sitting and she stood up and she was crying. It was a beautiful lawn, like before the war. And now I will try to hold the gimbal, you will see. Let me know in the comments, do you see like I'm trying to hold it high to let you see how huge it is. Flags, flags and flags, a lot of portraits, a lot of pain, young lives. When will it stop? I don't know. I just understand that we're paying the highest price. And they're all fathers, they're all someone's sons. And this, like, really, there is the ocean of tears now. I'm going around this place. See, there are the flowers. Everything is blue and yellow in the Ukrainian colors. It's really huge. Now it's really huge. I see some ladies are sitting just inside. You see, I can go, there are some kind of paths in between them. You can go and find the name. So they have the names. You see the name of the person, when he was, where he was serving, the number of the brigade, when he was born, and when he died. It's really huge, and there are paths in between like this flags, so can people reach them, come and cry, I would say. If not them, we would be here under the Russian flags, I think. Now, also in our Telegram channels, we can hear that Russians might be preparing for another powerful attack, and they have on their thoughts again to come to Kyiv. We don't know. We don't know, but we need to be ready for everything. Thank you so much for that incredible tour. It started to rain, but it wasn't raining when we were walking. It's like the skies are crying at the end of our tour, because this is the reality. This is the powerful reality of brutal, useless war. Thank you for all your emotions, for your presence in my life. Thank you for your donations on PayPal, on Buy Me a Coffee, and for your emotional support and standing with me. We will meet again. I will show you Kyiv-Pechersk Lavra, Kyiv Monastery. I'm showing you together with the Motherland Monument. And then I want to finish my trip to Ukraine, and I will show you St. Andrew's Descent. It's my favorite place, and it's not sad at all, but that is very powerful, meaningful, and this is the essence of our life. Ukraine is bleeding, crying, but not surrendering. no one wins in the war, but like if we just if we don't fight, they would come and they will kill everyone, and they will not allow me to tell that Saint Sophia Cathedral is just a Ukrainian treasure. They think it's like a Russian one. They see this as a part of their history. However, Moscow Principality was named Russia just in 1721, I think. So Peter the Great decided to make a rebranding. He took this name, Rus. It was Kyiv, Rus. And the Duchy of Moscow didn't have any connection to it. It was just a separate principality. And he rebranded it into Russia. And that is why now they think that it's their heritage. But it's not. It's Ukrainian heritage. And we are fighting for that. So I will be able as a guide to tell that Saint Sophia Cathedral, Golden Gate, it's a Ukrainian heritage. It's ours. And this land is ours, not Russian. We are not wrong Russians. We are Ukrainians. Thank you for standing with me. And thank you for being in my life, because without you I would be just absolutely alone. It's incredible to be in Kyiv. It's incredible again to be a guide here. I'm so proud to be a Ukrainian, and I'm so proud and excited to show you the capital of Ukraine. People travel here, but I don't think that a lot of people would come here because it's really dangerous. The missiles, the drones are here every night. But still, today I could gather 65 people and show you our city. Yes, PayPal is better for me. It's easier and it's better because it comes straight to me. With buy my coffee, I even don't know when I will be able to take those money. So PayPal is just better for me from practical and financial side. These are the founders of Kyiv. I will come to them. It used to be a fountain. Now the water is not here, but they are standing and greeting you, this magnificent city. And a little bit of that dramatic sky. Okay, that was live from Kyiv. Today is the 14th of June, and I was happy and proud to show you my city. See you again. Already 2 tours planned, and then I will be back to Prague to show you Charles Bridge and tell you about some interesting new places. Thank you for being a part of my life story. You are all incredible. Each one of you are amazing. I'm beginning a new chapter. Oh, guys, my telephone will die in a second. So goodbye. Love you all. Thank you so much for your donations and support. Goodbye. See you next time. Goodbye. I even don't see where to finish the tour. The screen is black.